One of the hardest truths in scripture is found in Job 36. It teaches that sometimes God uses affliction to get our attention, not because he hates us, not because he enjoys watching us suffer, but because pain often accomplishes what comfort cannot. Let's be honest. Most of us do not change when everything is going well. We don't seek answers when life is comfortable. We don't ask deeper questions when everything makes sense. But let enough pressure come. Let enough disappointment come. Let enough heartbreak come. And suddenly we're listening differently. Job 36 says, he delivers the afflicted by their affliction and opens their ears by adversity. Think about that. Pain became the thing that opened their ears. The very thing they wanted removed became the thing God used to speak. And that's difficult because when we're hurting, we don't usually ask, Lord, what are you teaching me? We ask, Lord, when is this going to end? We've all been there. The season where nothing makes sense. The season where prayers seem unanswered. The season where doors keep closing. The season when people leave. The season where your strength is gone. The season where you wonder if God even sees you. And if we're honest, some people reach the point where they want to throw in the towel. They want to quit the dream, quit the ministry, quit the relationship, quit believing, quit trying, because pain has exhausted them. If that's you, hear me carefully. Your exhaustion does not mean God has abandoned you. Your confusion does not mean God has forgotten you. And your suffering does not mean your story is over. Sometimes God does his deepest work in the darkest seasons, not because darkness is good, but because darkness reveals things that daylight often hides. Pain exposes what we depend on. Pain exposes what we fear. Pain exposes what we believe. Pain exposes where our hope truly rests. And while none of us would choose it, many of the lessons that transformed us were learned in seasons we never wanted. So how do you endure? First, stop demanding that everything makes sense right now. Some lessons are only understood in hindsight. Job didn't understand everything while he was suffering. Joseph didn't understand the pit while he was in it. David didn't understand the wilderness while he was running. Yet God was working in all of it. Second, keep talking to God even when you're frustrated. Some people stop praying when they're hurting. That's exactly when you should pray more. God can handle your questions. God can handle your tears. God can handle your confusion. Bring it to him. Third, focus on the next step, not the entire journey. Sometimes we become overwhelmed because we're trying to see the whole path. God often gives enough light for the next step. Take that step, then trust him for the next one. And finally, remember that pain is a season, not an identity, not a destination, a season. You may be in the valley, but you are not sentenced to live there forever. And if God is using this season to teach you, strengthen you, refine you, or redirect you, then your suffering is not meaningless. So to the person who feels like quitting, to the person who is tired, to the person who cannot see a way out, to the person whose life no longer makes sense, don't throw in the towel. You may be closer to a breakthrough than you realize. Keep walking, keep praying, keep trusting, keep enduring, because the same God who is with you in the storm is the God who knows the way out of it. And one day you'll look back and realize the season that almost broke you, it will be the season God used to build you. Someone once told me, I feel like a soldier on the front lines. Every time I overcome one battle, another one begins. When does the fighting ever end? I thought about that for a moment and replied, a soldier isn't trained for peace. A soldier is trained for war. No one sends a soldier into battle expecting there to be no resistance. The training exists because the battle is real. The armor exists because the battle is real. The discipline exists because the battle is real. And in many ways, our walk with God is no different. Job 36 tells us that God can use affliction to open our ears. My mother used to say, every dog will have its day, and every leader will too. I didn't fully understand that when I was younger, but now I do. Every leader will face criticism, disappointment, and moments of loneliness, not because God has abandoned them, but because leadership is forged under pressure.